Hello, dear learners. Today we are going to start chapter Carbon and its compounds. It is fourth chapter of our 10th standard, and this chapter is very important as this is the main part of organic chemistry. Fine, but in this session, due to the pandemic, that is COVID-19, this chapter, more than half of the chapter has been deleted from the syllabus, so we will be covering up to the given particular curriculum. So which topics are deleted, those topics I'll be informing you time to time. Let us start with the general introduction for topic carbon and its compounds. See, carbon is having lot of significance in elemental form also, as well as in the combined form also. Means in the form of element also it is having importance, as well as in combined form. Combined means when it is combined with some other elements, that time also it is having lot of importance. Fine. So if we will be saying food, clothes, medicines, books and different things which are around us, they are all actually on the basis of this versatile element, that is carbon. So here I have coded this only, that its significance is there in elemental as well as in combined form. Then general data for introduction has been given. From earth crust, 0.02% carbon is in the form of minerals, whereas 0.03% is in the form of carbon dioxide. Fine. So see, though this percentage is very less, but still its importance is really great. So let us start with some important points regarding carbon: its electronic configuration as well as its tendency to lose electrons. See, atomic number for carbon is 6. Fine. So it is having electronic configuration of 2,4. Fine. So that means what? That means it is having 4 electrons in the outermost shell. So to attain noble gas configuration, to acquire octet rule, so either it can lose 4 electrons or it can gain 4 electrons. But if it will be losing electrons to acquire noble gas configuration, or if it will be gaining the 4 electrons to acquire noble gas configuration, what will happen? Let's see. If we are saying it could gain 4 electrons, when it will be gaining 4 electrons, it will acquire negative charge. Fine. But what will happen? It would be difficult for the nucleus. Why it will be difficult? To hold. It will be difficult for the nucleus with 6 protons, because nucleus is having 6 protons, to hold on 10 electrons. Why we have written 10? Already 6 were there. We have gained 4 electrons. 6 plus 4, it will become 10. So definitely we know, just try to understand this concept. We know atomic number is equal to either the number of electrons or the number of protons. Fine. Either the number of electrons which are present in the extranuclear part or the number of protons which are present inside the nucleus. So it will become difficult for 6 protons to hold on 10 electrons. Which 10 electrons? 6 of carbon and 4 which have been gained. So that is why it is not going to gain electrons. Okay. Now, if it will lose electrons, then it will be acquiring positive charge, but it would require large amount of energy to remove 4 electrons. Fine. Leaving behind carbon cation with 6 protons. So large amount of energy will be required. Reason? What is the reason? Because now what he is saying, see, if it is going to lose electrons, then large amount of energy will be required to lose these 4 electrons. Fine. So that is why what carbon is going to do, neither carbon is going to lose electrons nor it will be going to gain electron, but it will go for mutual sharing of electrons, and this problem will be overcome by mutual sharing of electrons. So how this mutual sharing of electron will take place? What type of bond will be formed? What type of ion will be formed? This we are going to talk. Now from here our main chapter will start. I have started with this very simple example, formation of H2 molecule. See, hydrogen. Fine. Hydrogen is having atomic number of hydrogen is 1. 1 electron in the outermost shell. Fine. So 1 electron in the outermost shell this, 1 electron in the outermost shell this. How a hydrogen molecule will be formed? By 2 electrons. Fine. Just listen one thing. 2 electrons will give rise to 1 pair or single bond. Fine. So 1 pair of electrons means 2 dots. They are going to give rise to single bond this way. And this is how what has been done here. Just try to get it. This hydrogen is having 1 electron. The other hydrogen is also having 1 electron. Fine. How they will be stabilized? They will be stabilized when both will be having 2 electrons. Either they should follow the doublet rule or the octet rule. Fine. So if this hydrogen will be sharing 1 electron from the other one, and if this hydrogen will be sharing electrons with the other one, then what will happen? Bond will be formed, which is we are going to discuss, that is covalent bond. Now let us have next example. I have taken example for oxygen molecule. Atomic number for oxygen is 8. Electronic configuration is 2, 6. Fine. Now electrons, 6 electrons in the outermost shell. Here also 6 electrons in the outermost shell. Now if they have to be stabilized, 2 electrons from this oxygen will be shared this way. And if this oxygen has to be stabilized, 2 electrons will be shared this way. So double bond will be formed between oxygen, and this is again the mutual sharing of electrons. Now this is nitrogen molecule. Fine. So nitrogen, N2. Nitrogen atomic number is 7. Electronic configuration is 2, 5. So how it will be formed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fine. Similarly, this nitrogen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How it will be formed? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 3 more it needs. How it will be taking? It will be mutually sharing with from the other one. So see, this is 8. 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2, 8. Similarly, यहाँ 2 है. So this will be triple bond will be formed between nitrogen molecule. Okay ji. Then carbon dioxide, very important example. Carbon. Okay. Carbon is having 4 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oxygen. Oxygen is having atomic number of 8. Fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If this oxygen has to be stabilized, so it will be borrowing 2 electrons from carbon. Okay. Then similarly oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If this oxygen has to be stabilized this way. And if carbon has to be stabilized, 4 electrons are there of carbon. That's why I have represented with dot. And other 4 are represented with cross. This. Or C double bond O double bond. Very important example. Similarly, formation of S8 molecule. So this structure you are going to plot yourself. How you will be plotting? See, I am going to solve. sulfur is there, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Other sulfur, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I should write here 6 this way. 8 हो गए. Then come to next, 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. This. And this way the structure will go on. You can try this. This is also the good example. Then comes your methane molecule, that is CH4. So how CH4? Carbon, 4 electrons, dots are there. Hydrogen, cross is given. So hydrogen has to be stabilized by doublet, by acquiring 1 electron this way. And carbon will be 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8. This way the structure will be formed. I hope this is clear to you. So it means that the bonds which are formed by the sharing of electron pair, means 2 electrons, electron pair, right, between 2 atoms, they are known as covalent bonds, and the compound formed are called covalent compounds. So what are the properties of covalent compounds? They can be solids, liquids or gases. Another, they consist of molecules, different molecules are contained, and they are having low melting and boiling point. Fine. They do not conduct electricity, because for conduction of electricity ions should be there, but here there are no ions. Next, they are insoluble in water. They are not going to be dissolved in water, and they are going to have the reactions which are slow in nature. Fine. So these are the general characteristics or the properties of covalent compounds. From here we'll be proceeding with next lecture next time. Till that time, thank you. God bless you.